Hi, all, good evening. So previously we discussed about Python programming. So under Python, we discussed a couple of concepts like functions, control statements, hoops concepts, modules, NumPy, pandas, web scraping, regular expressions, multi-threading, API, JSON concept. So multiple advanced concepts we discussed. So finally, we have a clarity by using Python programming language, we can develop backend logics only. So now my requirement is I want to develop one web application by using Python programming. Then by using Python programming language, how to develop the application. So to work with any type of web application by using programming language, we need one framework. Without a framework, not possible. So today we are going to discuss Django framework. So in our course, our second module is Django framework. So D silent. So first of all, what is a framework here? So here to work with any type of programming language, one framework is required. Framework nothing but group of web components. So group of components is called one framework. So here Python introduced one free and special framework called Django framework in 2005. It is open source. Django also open source only. And Django developed by using Python code. No need to learn any new languages. To work with the Django framework, prerequisite core and advanced Python concepts are required. So here, by using Django framework, we can enable rapid development of web application. So generally, to develop any type of web application in a backend, so many files and so many settings and connections are required. Is it possible to develop all the files with connections manually? Not possible. It will take so much of time. So that's why with the help of Django framework, we can enable rapid development of your web application. So just to leave it about Django, first to observe this one. If we are going to develop any application by using Python and framework, I will show you the backend structure. So I'm a user. I'm going to send one request, nothing but I'm going to enter one URL in my browser. For example, here I have entered www.abc.com. Once we enter the URL, immediately the request will be forwarded to next level called urls.py. So in our Python Django based application, in the backend, we have a file called urls.py. In this file, we have couple of URLs are available. For example, home page, service page, contact page, each and every URL we have. For example, say here, I just to try to open one website. Here, this is about home page, one URL. And I'm going to click on about us. This is another URL. Again, courses, another URL. Like this, here also we have couple of URLs are available. If a visitor entered URL is matched with one of our application URL, the request will be forwarded to next level. In case if URL mismatched, immediately on the screen they will return some error. For example, this is about my website, and here I'm going to enter some unknown URL. For example, sitemap.html I have entered. So what is the error they are showing? 404 not found. Nothing but particular URL is not available in my application. So in case if URL is matched, for example, I just entered XML, see they are showing my page only. So like this, if user entered URL is matched with our application URL, the request will be forwarded to next level. What about the next level? Next level is views level. Views are nothing but logics. By using Python code, we are going to write different type of logics here based on requirement only. So once views received a request from the URLs, they will forward your request to next level called templates level. By using HTML, CSS, we are going to create different type of presentations here. For example, visitor entered home page, home view connected, home template connected. Immediately, templates will return the response to the views, and the views are going to display your home page on the screen. So see here, if URL matched, these many steps are involved. If mismatched, simply they will return error. So for example purpose, I just explained only 3 steps only. Like this, multiple steps are involved. Is it possible to create entire structure like this manually? Not possible. So much time it will take. Then how to enable rapid development? For this purpose, Python introduced Django framework. So why we have to go with Django framework? Why? Because Django is open source, nothing but it is also free only. And by using Django, we can enable rapid development. We can develop the application fast. And Django is fully loaded, nothing but to develop any application, we need different features, right? All the features are inbuilt features in our Django, majority features. For example, here I am developing one application. Here I want to display the menu. Above of the menu, I want to mention register option, login and logout options. I want to display one registration form. Here I want to display one table with some data. See, these all are different type of features, right? So, but in Django, all these features are inbuilt features. Directly import the module, you can use as per requirement only. So that's why here to work with Django, compulsory Python modules knowledge required. And the third one is about security also matter. So nowadays, all major applications are facing security issues. Here, there is no security issues. And the next one, scalability also matters. For example, when a university releases student results at a time, if 1 lakh, 2 lakhs people open, simply they will display 502 not found, 502 error or server error, like different type of errors they may display. Why? Because their server don't have that much capability to handle these many visitors at a time. But you can observe YouTube, you can observe Facebook, billions of users are opening at a time, but no issues. So same functionality, same feature available here. And the last one is, it is versatile. By using Django, we can develop small scale to large scale, any type of web application also we can develop. For example, I want to develop one hospital website. I want to develop one another dynamic application. Yes, we can develop by using Django framework. So simply framework is nothing but group of web components. By using Django framework, we can enable rapid development of web applications. Only we can develop web applications only. So in a Django framework, there is no need to learn any basic things. Why? Because already we have idea about Python programming. Only 5 to 6 basic concepts are required. After that, every day we have to develop different type of applications with the different features only. So here, this is about small overview of what exactly framework, what is Django framework, and Django framework features. And the next thing, how to install the Django framework. So next one, installation process. So to install the Django framework, first thing, Python should be existed in your device. After that, go to command prompt and enter pip install Django. No need to download, just to enter this command, automatically they will install Django framework and the latest version. So currently Django 4 is the latest version only. And if you want to uninstall Django framework, again, we have to use pip uninstall Django. For example, I have joined some ABC company. There they are developing one project by using some Django second version or third version. But current version is fourth version. By default, they will install latest version only. In case if you want to install exactly particular version, pip install Django. After that, enter your version number double equal to here enter version number. If particular version is available, they will install the exact one, or otherwise they will return the error. So this is about simple installation process of Django framework. So just now we are discussing about the overview part only. After that, each and every step I will execute and I will show you. And after the installation, another one. Already we have idea about front end and at the same way back end also. So in a full stack, front and back end both are two parts. So front end nothing but user interface UI part, completely like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript. By using all these technologies, we are going to focus on templates purpose only. And Python, Django, by using this programming language and framework, we are going to develop functionality or logics only, nothing but backend. By using Python and Django, we'll develop the backend. By using front-end technologies, we'll develop the front end. So currently we are in backend technologies. First, we'll focus on programming language, framework, and database. After that, we'll start about front-end technologies one by one in detail. So this is the small difference between back-end technology and front-end technology. And the next one, static response versus dynamic response. Static response versus dynamic response. What is the static response? Static response nothing but some fixed response only. Dynamic response nothing but response may vary from user to user. So the best example here, I just try to log in my net banking account. I have entered invalid customer ID and password. When I entered, they will display please enter valid ID, please enter valid password. For you also they will display same thing only. But after successful login, inside I am going to click on account balance. For me, they will display different digit. For you, they will display different digit. Nothing but based on the user, the response may vary. So if they are displaying some fixed response, that is static response. If response varied from user to user, dynamic response only. And the next one, project versus application. Project versus application. So for example, already we know Amazon. So Amazon is one project. And what are the Amazon applications? Amazon Prime, one application. Amazon Pay, another application. So nothing but if you want to develop any type of applications, what is the first step? We have to create the project. Inside of the project, we can create n number of applications. Without a project application, not possible. Even in Django also, to develop any type of application, first to create one project and enter into the project. After that, you can create your applications based on the requirement. So these are the few basic things before going to start with Django. Project and application, static response and dynamic response, front end and back end, and Django installation, and what is a framework and what are the features of Django. And next one is about virtual environment. So very important. Daily we are going to activate this environment in our Django concept. So to develop the Django application, we have to maintain, we have to create one separate environment. Generally, directly we are going to create our application in our device also, no issues. But after completion of your application, I am going to share all my files with another developer. If all modules are available in his device, then only it will work. Or otherwise, they will display different kind of errors. That's why to develop any type of Django application, the recommended method to activate the virtual environment, and after that, inside of the virtual environment, we have to create Django application. So before creating, how to install virtual environment and how to create. So if you want to work with virtual environment, we have to follow 3 to 4 different steps. First step, install virtual environment. And the second one, set the name for your environment. And the third one, activate the environment. So these are the 3 steps we have to follow to work with virtual environment. So here in Django, we have one predefined module, virtual env. By using this, we are going to install virtual environment. So how to install? Go to command prompt and enter pip install space virtual env, virtual environment. Just to enter this command, they will install virtual environment. And after that, second one, we have to set the name. Again, enter virtual environment space, enter your folder name, any name, no problem, they will accept. And after the name, we have to activate. So just to enter activate command. So these are the 3 simple steps we have to follow to work with the virtual environment. First step, install the virtual environment. Second step, set a name. Third step, activate the environment. And inside of this environment, we are going to create different type of Django based applications. So first let me install virtual environment. After that, we'll install Django, we'll create one sample application. So first thing, Python should be existed in your device. After that, we are going to install virtual environment. So here in my device, I'm going to install inside of the D drive only. So here, enter pip install virtual env. So enter. And Subodh and Yashashwini, I hope you people have a Python, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. So if any queries, end of the session, please let me know.
Sure,
So,
sir.
see here requirement already satisfied, nothing but already virtual environment available in my device. What about the second step? We have to set the name. So enter virtual env space. For example, I'm going to mention like evening. I just entered evening 2. So enter here. And now just to check D drive. So already I have evening. For other batch I have mentioned. Just now we have mentioned evening 2 is our virtual environment name. And virtual environment done. And what about the next step? We have to activate the environment. If you want to activate, first to open this evening 2 folder. Inside we have library folder, scripts folder. Open scripts folder. Here we have couple of files related to activation. So enter into scripts folder and activate the environment. So just go to your command prompt, already D drive, Inside D drive, what about virtual environment name? Evening 2. And inside evening 2, what about the folder name? Folder name is scripts. And after scripts, enter activate command. So enter here before we are into D drive. So after activation, see now virtual environment activated. So we are into evening 2 environment. So from here, you can follow your Django related things. So see, first step, we have installed virtual environment. Second step, we have specified the name for our environment. Third one, enter into scripts, activate the environment. From tomorrow, no need to install daily. Directly, you can open the D drive, enter into scripts folder, directly activate the environment. So this is about how to activate virtual environment. And already we know how to install Django, right? So inside of the environment, I'm going to install Django framework. What is the command? Pip install Django. So without using virtual environment also, we can install Django, we can develop the application, but the recommended way is to activate the environment. Inside of the environment only, create your application. See here, Django download process going on. So Django installed successfully. And now Django installation is done. So how to develop the project? So today is the day one, that's why I'm giving complete overview. So if you want to develop any type of web application by using Django framework, we have to follow 5 to 6 steps. Here we have commands are there. By using these commands only, we are going to create application, will run the server, will create project, everything. So what is the step-by-step process to develop sample application by using Django framework? So first step, create the project. So in our Django, 20 days, we are going to follow these steps only. First of all, create a project. And the second one, inside of the project, create application. And after application, add your application in settings file. And after that, create views, nothing but develop the logics as per requirement. And after that, define URLs. So based on requirement, create URLs. So once URLs are done, your application is ready. Now I want to check, is my application is working fine? Is there any errors are there? For this purpose, we have to run the server. So these are the steps we have to follow to create any type of sample application. So every time in views and URLs only, we are going to perform multiple changes. Remaining steps are common. So first thing, how to create a project in Django. To create a project, we have to follow this command. So after installation of Django in your virtual environment, enter this command, Django-admin space start project space project name. So this is the simple command to create a project. So instead of P name, you can mention your project name. They will create automatically. In case if already project name exists, they will display already exist error. So once the project's done, enter into inside of the project and create application. So to create the application, again we have another command. Python space manage.py space start app space app name we have to enter. Python space manage.py space start app space app name. And once application is done, just to go to your settings file and add your application into settings. After that, go to views file. By using Python programming, we are going to write the logics. After that, go to URLs file, create URLs. They will give you one sample URL. And finally, we have to run the server. To run the server also, command similar to application creation. So just to enter Python space manage.py space run server. So here we are using manage.py settings, everything I will show you and I will explain in detail. So these are the different steps to follow, create any type of web application. So first step, create a project. Inside project, create application, add your application in settings and create views, URLs, finally run the server. So by using same step-by-step process, I will create one sample application. So here my requirement is when user open the application, I want to display one simple message, welcome to Django class. This is only my target. For this, I want to create one basic application. So we'll see step by step. What about the first step? Create a project. To create this project, first thing, you have to activate your virtual environment. Second thing, Django should be existed. So inside of the scripts, I'm going to create my project. Here I'm entering Django-admin space start project space project name. I'm entering so some sample project. Sample project is my project name. So enter. See, move to next slide. Now go to scripts folder. Is there any project folder? So evening scripts sample project folder created and open it. Again, one more subfolder. After that, one manage Python file also available. Here, manage.py is like a complete admin for entire project. By using this manage.py, we can create applications, we can run the server, we can handle the database, everything we can perform with the help of manage.py and no need to edit anything. So see here in this process also to create application manage.py, to run the server again manage.py only. And next thing, so sample project subfolder, open it. Again we have 5 sub files are available. First one init file. What is the size? 0 KB, nothing but empty file. By default, Django will provide it. And the second thing, settings. So your project related settings are available in project subfolder. Open here. By default, they will create multiple settings only. And next thing, URLs. For each and every application having URLs, right? So here for Django, URLs file available in project level. See here, one sample URL they are providing. So in your project level, we are going to use only 2 files. One is about settings, another one is about URLs. By using settings, we are going to add our application, we are going to update with our template, etc. By using URLs, we can create n number of URLs, no problem. So 2 files are done. What about the third one? Init, again empty file. And what are the remaining one? ASGI and WSGI, asynchronous gateway interface, web server gateway interface. When server admin going to launch your application, he is going to use ASGI and WSGI. So currently no need to use ASGI and WSGI. So in project level, how many important files? So here in project level, first one is about settings, second one is about URLs. So this is P level. And now the next one. After project creation, what about the second step? We have to create the application. But where we have to create? Inside of the project, we have to create. So go to command prompt, we are into scripts folder. But what about your project name? Sample project. So first we enter into sample project, cd space sample project and enter. Now we are in our project folder. So now you can create your application here. To create the application, what is the command? Python space manage.py space start app space app name. Just now we discussed about manage.py. Now enter the same here. Python space manage.py space start app and app name. For example, my application name app1. So just enter. See, application folder also done. Again, go to here, open sample project. Previously, we have manage.py project subfolder. Now we got one application folder. Open it. Here again, one subfolder, we have files are available. So first thing, views, nothing but logics. By using Python functions concept, we are going to develop the views only. So to work with the views, compulsory, everybody should know about Python functions concept, Python class concept also. And the second one, tests. So after application, testers are going to test your application. They are going to use this test file. And next one, apps. By default, Django will provide no need to edit, just leave it. One default file. Again, init 0 KB, one empty default file. And what about remaining? Models and admin, both are going to refer database only. And here, migrations also going to refer database only. So in Django, by default, they will provide one free inbuilt database called SQLite 3. But here, no need to work with SQL individually because inbuilt feature, by using Python only, we are going to handle the database. Here we have a query, sir, SQLite 3 is the database, Python is programming language, then how to work with the database? Yes, but here, first we have to create a model by using Python code. After that, we'll convert our Python code into SQL format only. So for this purpose, here we have migrations folder. So models, admin, migrations related to database. Init is empty one. Apps by default, they will provide test file related to testers. And here is the views about logics. Nothing but in application level, we have three important files. First one is about views. Second one models, third one is admin. So compulsory we should know in project level what are the files are available, in application level what about the files. So see here, every time we are opening folder and every time we are opening ideally because so many files folders are available. That's why the recommended method to work with any of the source editor like Sublime or Visual Code or any of the source editor you can use to work with Django related concepts. So here I'm going to use Sublime. So open the Sublime and here I'm going to open entire project at a time. Go to file and open folder. So D drive, our environment name evening 2, scripts, our project name is sample project and open it. And close the old one. See here, this is the main folder. Inside, these are the subfolders. And after application, what about the third one? We have to add our application in settings. Why? Because here settings are available in project level and application folder is different level, right? So that's why to establish the connection between your project and application, we have to add our application inside of the settings. So just click on project subfolder and go to settings file and starting just to scroll down, we'll find the option called installed apps. Under the installed apps, by default, they will add. And here we are going to add our own application. What about our application name? App1. So just to mention app1 here. That's it. After each and every change, compulsory we have to save the changes. And third step completed. And what about the fourth one? Write your views by using Python as per requirement. Here, what about our requirement? When user open our application, on the screen we have to display welcome to Django class. Simple message I want to return. And here, go to views. Where views are available? Application level. Go to application folder, click on views, and they are asking create your views here. And here we are going to create our views by using Python functions only. So already we know Python function syntax, def space function name following by parenthesis, and we are going to return the response only. But here in Django, if you want to return any simple response on the screen, we have to use one predefined module called HTTP response. Because user will send the request, we are going to send the response only. To return the response, we have to use HTTP response. So just go to your views. Already by default, they are going to import render module. So right now we are not using any other modules, only we are using HTTP response. Just to follow the above line from Django dot, instead of shortcuts, enter HTTP. After that, import which one you want to import, HTTP response. And here I will create my views. Def space view name, nothing but function name. You can use any valid name. For example, I'm going to mention sample view following by parenthesis and colon. Inside of the parenthesis, we have to take request is your argument. For any type of logic also request is common. So we'll get the request, we are going to return the response. So immediately mention return. To return the response, which one we have to use? HTTP response. HTTP response or here enter your message. For example, welcome to Django class. I just mentioned the statement. So this is only my view. So we received a request, we are going to return the response. Now views are ready. What about the next one? URLs. Where URLs are available? Project level. So go to project subfolder, URLs file, and here one sample URL also available. But you can see in the starting we discussed when user entered the URL, the request will be forwarded to URLs file, URLs to views file. But here views are available in application level, URLs are available in project level. So first we have to import your views file. So where views are available, app1 folder. Here we are going to import our views file. So just to copy the sample URL. And here first to mention your URL name, any name we can use. For example, I will use home is my name. And after that, when user enter the URL, immediately the request will be forwarded to URLs file. Immediately they will check the URL name. For example, if our home URL is matched, immediately they are going to connect with the views file. In the views file, which view you want to connect? If you want to display this response, our view name is sample view. Just to enter views dot sample view. Now URL is also done. And the final one is just to run this server, because we have to check is everything is okay or not. So again, same command enter. Go to command prompt, and here I'm going to enter run server. So enter here. So if any errors are there, they will return, or otherwise they will display no issues, and by default they will generate one IP address. Because we are developing application in our device, right? This is our device IP. So just to go to your browser, and here enter your IP address What is the URL name we have mentioned? URL name is home. So see here in urls.py, home is the main. So just to enter. See on the screen, they are displaying welcome to Django class. So this is about the simple process to develop Django based application. And here they are displaying small text only. So if you want to change the sizes, everything by using front-end technology, because whatever we are able to see on the screen, that comes under UI, user interface only. For example, I want to change the size. Here I am going to mention one heading tag only, H1 open, and here I will close the heading tag. And now refresh here, size has been increased. So like this, we are going to develop the views. We can write n number of views also, no problem. So this is about simple function based view. And here Django is MVT based architecture. The Django is MVT based architecture. M nothing but model, V nothing but views, and T is templates. So Django is model view template based architecture. So in entire Django, we are going to focus on majorly three things: how to work with the views, function based views, class based views. After that, how to work with the model. Model refers a table in your database. And next one, templates. By using UI, we are going to work with the templates as well. So first we'll go with the views. After that, models, templates, and finally models. In our Django, 20% of the time we are going to work with the views and the templates only. Remaining 80% of the time we have to go with the models related concepts only. So this is about small overview of Django framework. So see here, to develop any type of web application by using programming language, we need one framework. So here we are using Django framework, and here we discussed about what is a framework and Django framework features, installation process, front-end versus back-end, static response versus dynamic response, project versus application, and how to enable virtual environment. In environment, how to develop sample application. So this is about the overview. From tomorrow, we'll start with our regular concepts only. So now everybody got clarity. Without functions, without class, Django not possible. So that's why before Django only, we had a discussion about core and advanced Python concepts. So in case if you want to remember functions and class, today is the last time just to try to practice function syntax, arguments, class, etc. From tomorrow onwards, daily we are developing application with different features only. For example, today we just discussed how to develop one simple application. And tomorrow we are going to discuss how to work with multiple views. After that, how to add HTML pages. After that, in pages, how to add images, videos. After that, menu, register, login, forms, tables. Like this, multiple features we are going to add in our Django based application. And by end of the Django, you will develop one full-fledged web application. So here the thing is everyday practice is required. In Python, there is no relation with one concept to another concept. But here all the concepts are interlinked. If you want to add the templates, first you should know how to create the application. If you want to add forms, you should know how to work with the templates concept. So daily we have to practice, and here in our document, I'm going to mention each and every step in detail with examples. Today we have developed one sample application, step-by-step process with example application commands also I have added in our document. You just to refer. When we are going to practice the Django, first thing, open the document, just to do copy paste only, so that you will get the what are the steps we have to follow. After that, you can start your own application. So this is about our overview